How's it going, everybody? Pozermobil here, bringing you some absolute bangers that are all on sale on the PlayStation Store for the New Year deal sale that runs through February 4th. As usual, I've scoured this sale for all the full games, game bundles, and premium editions that are at the lowest price they've been in recent history, and are at least a 70 on OpenCritic or Game Rankings. So if that sounds like the kind of video you want to see, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss my daily coverage of every sale that Sony puts out. I'm trying to get to 25K by the end of the year, so every bit helps. Alright, that's enough yapping for me, let's get into the video. For $9.99, Dragon Age Inquisition Game of the Year Edition is an epic RPG that blends rich storytelling, strategic combat, and a vast, immersive world full of danger, intrigue, and memorable characters across multiple sprawling regions. You play as the Inquisitor, leading a team of unique companions on a perilous quest to save Thedas, where every choice and dialogue decision can dramatically shape the story, relationships, and the fate of the realm. Featuring deep tactical combat, character customization, and massive exploration, this edition also includes all expansions, Jaws of Hakan, The Descent, and Trespasser, plus deluxe upgrades, legendary gear, mounts, and Skyhold enhancements. It's an 88 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 100 hours to platinum. For $9.99, WipeOut Omega Collection brings together all the content from WipeOut HD, WipeOut HD Fury, and WipeOut 2048, fully enhanced for modern consoles. Experience blistering high-speed anti-gravity racing across futuristic tracks, mastering tight turns, jumps, and intense combat against rival pilots, while utilizing an array of weapons, power-ups, and advanced tactics to dominate the leaderboard and outmaneuver every single opponent in fast-paced, adrenaline-fueled races at breakneck speeds. The collection features reworked textures, improved graphical effects, and HDR for enhanced contrast, making every ship, track, and detail sharper, smoother, and more immersive than ever before. It's an 85 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $7.49, Owlboy is a story-driven platform adventure where you take flight as Otis, a mute young owl, exploring a vibrant world in the clouds and recruiting friends to aid you in battle, puzzle solving, and strategic combat across diverse, beautifully crafted environments. You'll navigate perilous skies, overcome obstacles, face challenging enemies, and delve into monster-infested ruins while uncovering secrets, unexpected encounters, and a heartfelt story about courage, responsibility, and friendship that spans multiple engaging chapters. Featuring gorgeous pixel landscapes, challenging bosses, and heartfelt storytelling, this adventure rewards exploration and careful teamwork at every turn. It's an 88 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Tekken 7 is a fast-paced, competitive fighting game that brought the iconic franchise to next-gen consoles for the first time with stunning Unreal Engine 4 visuals and richly detailed arenas. With its classic 3D battle system, you'll master a diverse roster of fighters, each with unique moves, devastating combos, and distinct playstyles, while engaging in intense, high-octane one-on-one battles enhanced by new mechanics, cinematic rage arts, and strategic counterattacks that add depth, strategy, and excitement to both casual matches and high-level tournament play. Tekken 7 perfectly captures the showmanship, attitude, and arcade-rooted spirit that has defined the series for decades. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $6.24, Blasphemous is a punishing action platformer that combines fast-paced hack-and-slash combat with a dark, haunting narrative set in the cursed land of Custodia. You play as the Penitent One, the sole survivor of the Silent Sorrow Massacre, trapped in a cycle of death and rebirth, seeking to uncover the origin of the miracle while exploring twisted, sprawling, non-linear environments filled with grotesque monsters, deadly traps, and epic bosses, and collecting relics, rosary beads, and prayers to enhance your abilities. Combat is brutal and precise, with devastating combos, gory executions, and deep customization that lets you tailor your approach to Custodia's horrors. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $8.74, Far Cry Primal Digital Apex Edition is an open-world action-adventure set in the brutal Stone Age, where humanity fights to survive against nature, hostile wildlife, and rival tribes. You explore the land of Oros, crafting weapons, taming deadly beasts, and hunting massive animals while navigating unpredictable encounters, dynamic ecosystems, and intense tribal warfare in a raw sandbox built around survival and dominance. This edition includes the Legend of the Mammoth missions, the Blood Shasti Club, multiple enhancement packs, and a free 60 FPS update, expanding progression, visual fluidity, and smoothing combat while reinforcing the fantasy of becoming the apex predator. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $5.99, Far Cry 4 is an open-world first-person shooter that drops you into the stunning yet dangerous Himalayan region of Karat, ruled by the charismatic and ruthless dictator Pagan Min. Explore a vast vertical landscape filled with enemy outposts, unpredictable wildlife encounters, and dynamic side activities, using a huge arsenal of weapons, vehicles, and animals to approach every situation your own way, whether stealthy, tactical, or explosively chaotic. With branching choices, optional co-op support, and the signature emergent madness that defines the Far Cry formula, Herat becomes a living playground of freedom, rebellion, violence, and unforgettable moments that constantly evolve as you play. It's an 84 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Astro Bot Rescue Mission is an inventive, VR-exclusive platformer that puts you in the role of Astro, the heroic captain bot, on a thrilling mission to save fellow bots scattered across colorful, imaginative, and intricately designed worlds filled with secrets, challenges, and creative obstacles. Navigate dynamic levels packed with clever puzzles, hidden collectibles, and tricky enemies while using the immersive capabilities of PlayStation VR to look, aim, and interact with the environment. With charming visuals, precise controls, dynamic camera perspectives, and a sense of scale that only VR can provide, every rescue mission feels epic, playful, and endlessly engaging. It's an 89 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Tomb Raider Definitive Survivor Trilogy is the ultimate collection of Lara Croft's origin adventures, combining all the definitive editions of the critically acclaimed prequels into one epic journey. Traverse the mysterious island of Yamatai, brave the frozen Siberian tundra, and explore the perilous mountains of Peru as Laura hones her survival skills, solves intricate puzzles, and faces deadly enemies across breathtaking cinematic environments. With expanded content, improved visuals, and countless hours of exploration and combat, this trilogy lets you experience Lara's transformation from fledgling adventurer to the legendary Tomb Raider the world knows today. It's an 84 average on OpenCritic, average trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 95 hours to get all 3 platinums. For $9.89, Mega Man Zero and ZX Legacy Collection is a 6-game bundle that brings together the full Zero and ZX storyline in one tight package, delivering fast 2D action, precise combat, and challenging boss encounters across connected maps and story-heavy missions. You'll slash, shoot, and chain mobility skills through all 6 campaigns, while unlocking art, music, visual filters, and handy assists like casual scenario mode and save assist that make the experience smoother without sacrificing the series' trademark difficulty or style. The exclusive Z Chaser mode adds a fun competitive layer with time attack races, split path strategies, and leaderboard challenges that reward mastery. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Alien Isolation, The Collection, is a chilling survival horror experience that includes the full game and 7 additional content packs, blending tense stealth gameplay with an atmosphere of relentless dread, deadly, unpredictable encounters, and heart-pounding suspense. 15 years after the events of Alien, you play as Amanda Ripley, who must unravel the truth behind her mother's disappearance while navigating a desperate, panicked world filled with hostile humans and a single, nearly unstoppable alien. Scavenge resources, craft improvised tools, and use stealth, strategy, and cunning to survive in claustrophobic, haunting environments where every choice and action could mean life or death. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $8.99, Red Dead Revolver is an arcade-style third-person shooter set in a vast, lawless Wild West driven by revenge and justice. You play as a hardened bounty hunter using precision gunplay, dead-eye duels, and fast-paced combat across stylized, score-based levels that emphasize action over realism while delivering a classic, pulpy tale of vengeance on the untamed frontier filled with ruthless shootouts. With memorable characters, varied gameplay challenges, and a distinctive arcade structure built around mastery and replayability, the experience blends cinematic storytelling with old-school intensity, now enhanced with full 1080p up-rendering for modern displays. It's a 75 on game rankings, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 25 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $9.99, Pentiment is a beautifully illustrated narrative adventure set in 16th century Bavaria, blending historical intrigue, murder mysteries, and political upheaval with handcrafted art inspired by illuminated manuscripts and early printed books. You play as Andreas Mahler, a master artist caught in scandals, investigations, and social conflicts, navigating a world where every choice, from dialogue to alliances, shapes the unfolding story in surprising and meaningful ways. Explore the Bavarian town of Tassing and nearby Kearsarge Abbey, interact with a richly drawn cast of characters, and uncover secrets that reveal the complexity and turbulence of this pivotal historical period. It's an 86 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $7.49, Far Cry 3 Classic Edition is a first-person shooter set on the dangerous Rook Islands, where Jason Brody must survive against pirates, mercenaries, and deadly wildlife while exploring a lush, living ecosystem. You can tackle missions stealthily with knives and silenced weapons, or go full assault with guns, explosives, and vehicles like dune buggies, jet skis, and hang gliders, while side missions, crafting, and outpost liberation expand gameplay and offer endless replayability. Unlock 3 skill trees, Spider, Shark, and Heron, to improve stealth, combat, and long-range abilities, all while experiencing unscripted events, minigames, and a cinematic story of survival in humanity's dark side. It's an 89 on game rankings, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $8.99, Max Payne is a gritty, story-driven third-person shooter following a fugitive cop framed for murder, struggling to clear his name while uncovering the truth behind his slain family amid New York's violent streets during a brutal, unforgiving blizzard. You navigate dark urban environments, facing mobsters, corrupt cops, and twisted thugs, while utilizing the iconic bullet time mechanic to slow action, dodge bullets, and unleash cinematic, stylish gunplay that redefine the shooter genre. With a relentless narrative full of plot twists, noir-inspired storytelling, intense combat sequences, the game blends intense action, emotional stakes, and unforgettable atmosphere. It's an 89 on game rankings, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 25 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. Alright, that's it for today's list, everybody. There's something here for every type of player, so be sure to check some of these out while the sale is still going on. From this set of games, I played Dragon Age Inquisition, Red Dead Revolver, Max Payne, and the Far Cry and Tomb Raider games, so I can recommend each of those from personal experience. The rest of the games do look pretty fun, though. If you've played any of these already, drop your thoughts in the comments. Your insights help others find great games too, it's not just mine. As always, I want to thank all my channel members for their generous support, but to all you out there who watch, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff as well, thank you. You're the reason I'm still having fun making all these videos every day, and I'm genuinely grateful for each and every one of you out there. If you can spare $1 a month, you get early access to all my videos, and it helps me out more than you know. But I know times are tough out there, so all I do ask is if you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with any new sales stuff that I put out. Leave a like and comment down below if you've got any of these platinums or plan on going for any of them.